welcome to another one of my Crazy Dreams videos. I know it's been some time, but I was working a lot, and when I'm working I do not really have crazy dreams, and all these crazy dreams actually happen at the weekends. So I was collecting a few of these, and there will be a few videos coming up in the next days, so I hope you can check them out and you will like them. Well, I have to read most of them to you because I cannot really remember all of it, so I hope it's okay for you. At the beginning of May, I dreamt that I was on some sort of backpack trip with friends, and we had been to a place that looked a bit like somewhere in the UK, somewhere on the shore. And there was a lot of nature around us, and sand, and of course wind and rain. We were walking along a path and we reached a little village. The strange thing at this village was that it looked a bit like in medieval times, but it was new at the same time, so it was medieval but also modern days. There was a little castle and a big poster that announced the big story about a famous knight who lived back then in medieval times. It did not say when this knight had died. So I met a guy in the village, and it was the knight. He did not die, he was still alive. He was a few years older than me, and at least he looked like he was just a few years older, but who knows how old he really was, because he lived back in medieval times and is still alive now. I did not recognize him first as the knight. I just knew that it was him after I've seen this poster with his whole life story and a painting of him. And he was very cute and charming, and he was tall and strawberry blonde with dark eyes, and he knew that this wasn't his real lifetime, and that somehow he was trapped in this time, and he did not really knew how he had gotten here. He knew that this was not medieval times anymore, but he had no problems with the modern times. However, the people in the village lived like in medieval times. So there was no real electricity. The lighting was candles and torches. And the whole village was really into that stuff. Every single person I met there was like from another time, but at the same time from here. It's really hard to explain, because in my dream everything made sense, but now talking about it, it does not really make sense if you listen to it and if you are trying to tell people about it. But let's get back to my dream now. There was a mix-up between the modern times and the medieval times while I was in this village. I've lost my friends there, but I did not really care about them because everything went very strange, and I was trapped in medieval times, and the people from that time were trapped in the modern times, and we were mixed up like in a crazy Doctor Who adventure. It was like two timelines had collided in this little village, but no one did mind. And I was shopping in an old candle maker store, and there was music playing, and then all of a sudden I heard trumpets outside. People got really excited outside the shop, and I went outside and I saw that the queen was walking by with her baby boy. It was not that often that they came to the village, but when they did, everyone and everything turned out to be like, a national celebrating day. Let me tell you about another dream that I had. it is not that long, but also very interesting, I think. So I dreamt that I was in some near future where the world was deserted and just a few people have survived. I do not really know what exactly happens, if there had been a big war or if nature and Mother Earth struck back at the mankind. Like I said, a few people have survived, and I was one of them. I was living with my grandma and my little brother in her old house, and the dream started with me doing some sort of spring cleaning. I found old books and also my grandma's diary with notes about our family and our family history. We weren't living peacefully because there were creatures that ruled over, the rest of the world. The day I was doing this cleanup, they paid us a visit. Everyone was really afraid of these creatures. And at that time I did the cleaning. They knocked at our door and my grandma had to let them in. They took my grandma and my little brother with them. I was trying to follow and to free them, but I could not find them, and the last time I saw my brother and my grandma was when they were taken. And I was climbing around in very dangerous woods alone, all by myself, because there have not been many people left. Somehow I ended up on a very rocky shore. Again, a shore. I don't know why I'm dreaming about shores lately so much. But I found a place where the creatures were living, and it was near that shore. The whole world looked a bit like a stone desert. And while I was climbing, I saw a Peter Pan-like boy who later saved my life by freeing me from these monsters, because of course I got caught. And he even helped me to kill some of them. My dream ended with the picture of a woman sitting on a veranda, holding a diary and reading in it. And she was reading it out loud to someone. And she was talking about a swing that she, or the writer of this diary, wanted to put up in a tree in the backyard, a yellow swing. And it turned out I wrote this diary, and the woman who read it out loud, it was my middle-aged granddaughter who lived in this farmhouse with her husband, and they raised their kids there. And I wrote this diary, and obviously I married this Peter Pan-like boy, and we had a family, and at that time my granddaughter was sitting on the veranda. World had changed a bit and things got better. Okay, very crazy. I'm busy because of these crazy things.